Tonight, Governor DeSantis declaring a state of emergency for 24 hours. Florida sits in its possible path.
It's forecast to become a hurricane and strengthen even more.
Literally the day after I left Florida to go back to work, the governor of Florida announced a state of emergency and advised residents to prepare for what would later be known as Hurricane Ian. The exercise of making up a hurricane plan for insurance purposes really helped with knowing what to expect.
We're getting stuff all onto the boat here, Fitz and I. Got the door cracked here. Where are the kids? We're taking stuff all over to the boat. I better go see what they're doing. What are we doing, Bean?
We're getting all the fenders and ropes ready to put on the boat.
Figure out how to get all these out here. Load up our cart. And take it all the way over to the boat right over there. Sierra has to hold the door open so we don't have to go all the way around again. Team effort here. Get it over to the boat. Good job.
I'm gonna go
Gonna take the lines out of the box. Gotta take all the cushions off too, guys. Yeah. Trying to figure out how to get this bench off here, this cushion. In the days counting down to hurricane landfall, the weather was sunny, hot, and humid. The only signs of the major storm to come were the emptying of store shelves of water and people streaming into West Marine to buy extra lines and fenders, just like us. The locals you talk to tell you not to worry, but everyone's actions are preparing for the worst. It was a very eerie feeling.
It's right here. It's gonna go. Like that.
As the hurricane neared Florida, the area where we were staying was getting hit with a lot of rain. This, with the king tides, caused some flooding of roads. In the grand scheme of things, minor around Dania Beach, but left us wondering if there was much more to come.
Before being accused of leaving the wife and kids to fend for themselves in Florida while I experienced a beautiful fall back in Canada, we decided they would fly up to Boston to visit her brother and family.
Tomorrow, we are going to Boston. Stormy weather, rain.
Here we are at the airport in Fort Lauderdale. We're taking a flight out to Boston this morning. We don't want to get caught in the hurricane, right? Or in the floods or the winds and the storm. Headed off to Uncle Dennis's and Auntie Katie's. Are you excited?
Nope.
How is it, Sierra?
See.
What are you doing? How is it?
Good.
Oh, let's see.
Here you go. There's some more dirt out, bud.
Oh, see? Look at all the gems you got here. How you swing on the monkey bar? Swing far. There. Nope, regular smile only.
While the wife and kids were enjoying Boston, I got some projects finished at the house before handing it over. I know Shannon is super impressed with my handyman skills.
Hurricane Ian eventually veered left instead of right, and when it hit western Florida, it was a Category 4 hurricane and tied as being the 5th strongest storm to strike the U.S., causing massive destruction and loss of lives. We felt extremely lucky and fortunate as Fort Lauderdale got away with some minor flooding, and we were told there were no issues with Happy Seas.
2 weeks of work was very busy, but I got together with a few friends to see a band, put together a couple of videos, helped take Pyrophoric out before the end of the season, and finally did a horror movie night with the neighbors. The kids will be really excited as I picked up a bunch of homeschooling work for them.
Brr, it was cold this morning, but it has warmed up to be a nice day this afternoon. Over these last 2 weeks, we went from a summer to a full-fledged fall. Absolutely beautiful. I just sold our last vehicle earlier this week, and so over the last couple of days I've been trying to finish off the errands on my bike. I just wrapped up my last day of work and we'll be heading back to Florida tomorrow.
Are you guys sleeping? No. Not yet? Oh, did you miss me? Oh, Sarah. Oh. Feels like you've grown. Did you grow since I was away?
No.
No, let me see your tooth. Ooh, it's coming into the front.
Oh, Daddy, we were thinking we could watch Star Wars tonight.